as I ever did. It's really a game you can enjoy your whole life, and I believe the more you know about it, the more you'll enjoy it. This tape is designed to improve your technique to become a polished, well-rounded hitter. If you learn and perfect the concepts we're about to cover, I firmly believe you will increase not only your batting average, but also your value to the team and your own love for the game of softball. To start off, I want to talk about choosing the right bat. There's two things that are very important. Number one, pick a bat that's made out of the new aircraft or high-tech aluminums. These bats are more resilient and the ball will come off the bat much quicker. And number two, take a bat in an area and swing it, and make sure you can achieve a fluid, smooth swing. A lot of players today use a bat that's too heavy for them. If the bat's dragging in your hand, you're using a bat that's too heavy for you. So make sure that you can achieve a fluid, smooth swing. And now for a look at how to properly hold the bat you choose. It's extremely difficult to hit the ball squarely if you don't have a good grip on the bat. A proper grip allows the wrist and hands to work together, maximizing both your power and control. You might have been taught that knuckles need to line up like this. I don't believe this is necessarily true. Hands come in all different sizes. If the knuckles don't line up exactly, it's okay. The most important thing here is that the grip feels comfortable. Use a firm grip, but not too tight. While waiting for the pitch, if you squeeze a bat, it will cause muscle tension, and that's something you don't need, especially here in your shoulders. Tension burns energy, so when the pitch finally comes, you will have lost valuable strength, and a weak swing will result. A grip that is too tight will also inhibit the wrists and hands from working smoothly through the point of contact. In fact, you'll actually see many pros wiggle their fingers a little bit, more or less to relax the hands. Here's another thing that will inhibit your swing. Don't spread your hands apart. You know, a lot of women softball players think that if they put their hands in this position, that things are going to work. They don't. Hands work best as a unit when they are together. Here's something you might want to try. It's called extended length. I hook my little finger over the knob of the bat. As you know, softball bats cannot exceed 34 inches in length. And this extended length gives me a little more leverage. Extra leverage means more power. Now, after trying this, if you feel like it hurts your ability to control the bat as you swing, don't use it. Extended length may not be for everyone. Again, our objective is to achieve a comfortable grip that gives us control and a smooth swing. Becoming a consistent hitter requires good eye contact. How squarely you hit the ball depends greatly on your ability to follow the ball not only into the hitting zone, but right to point of contact. And good eye contact requires an understanding of the dominant eye. Now we're going to talk about dominant eye. I'm going to ask Karen to take this and pretend it's a telescope and look through it. Notice that she went to the left eye, which means her dominant eye is her left eye. When I hold it up, I automatically go to my right eye, which means my dominant eye is the right eye. Let me explain why that's important. When facing the pitcher, we need to focus both eyes. Now, when the pitch comes, if our weak eye is the left eye or the front eye, and if we get in this position, we're never going to make good contact. We need to make sure that the dominant eye is focused in on the ball so that we can make good contact. When talking about head position, it's also very important to keep the front shoulder at the pitcher. And notice the head position. Both eyes are focused in on the ball and the head is still. As the ball comes in, notice that both eyes are on the ball. The head remains still and the eyes follow the ball all the way to point of contact. You must keep your head still in order to maintain eye contact. To help you get a feel for this, think of a stake passing through your head and into the ground. This stake is there to hold your head in place. As you can see here, the imaginary stake doesn't allow Scott's head to move. His head holds the proper position throughout the swing, and Scott maintains excellent eye contact as he follows the ball right to the bat. If you're holding your head properly, you will swing from shoulder to shoulder. Watch this. I'm waiting for the ball. My head is turned so I can focus with both eyes. My head is straight and in the proper position. And note, my chin is over the lead shoulder, and I swing. My chin goes from the lead shoulder to the opposite shoulder. This is a good way to check yourself. If your head stays down, the chin will start over the lead shoulder and end over the trail shoulder. Remembering this will also keep you from looking up too soon. What do most players like to do? They immediately like to look up and see where the ball's going, which can destroy eye contact when meeting the ball. Disciplining yourself to swing from shoulder to shoulder assures good head position and eye contact throughout the swing. On this shot, notice Karen doesn't look up until after point of contact. As the pitch comes in, she keeps both eyes focused in on the ball, and the head is still. Notice she has both eyes on the ball at point of contact. Then as she takes her step toward first, her head comes up to follow the ball. I'm going to talk about the stride next, because this motion is really the first motion you make toward the ball. The placement of this lead foot affects everything that follows in the swing. And in order to have a proper stride, you have to begin with the proper stance. The basic stance ought to be short and slightly closed. The width of the stance should not be any wider than the width of your shoulders. Let me stress the importance of proper balance. Balance is the foundation that makes all things possible in a swing. We never want to be on our toes or we're going to be off balance. Don't be a ballerina. And we don't want to be on our heels or again we're off balance and we're going to be bailing out, especially on inside pitches. We want to be on the balls of our feet. Get comfortable in your stance. Soften the knees and get into a stance that's tension-free. Develop a workable stance. For instance, some players like to stand fairly straight. Some prefer to bend over more. Do whatever works for you to achieve comfort and balance. However, I do have one guideline. While in your stance, your chest should line up with your knees. A good stride is a stride that's under control. But what's a tendency when we really want to powder the ball? This move. Trying to muscle or overpower the ball will cause you to overstride, which locks out the hips and prevents you from making a good pass at the ball. This breaks down technique and results in a weak swing. When you take your step, place the outside of the lead foot toward the pitcher. This is important because if the lead foot opens up, it will cause a chain reaction. When the foot opens up, the hips open up, followed by the shoulder and the head. That's why I emphasize the importance of making that step toward the ball a good one. When you swing, think slow feet, fast hands. By that I mean, in slow pitch softball, when you make your move toward the pitcher, you have plenty of time. So when you take your stride, think slow feet, fast hands. A good stride begins with a short, balanced, comfortable stance. Then no matter how hard you want to hit the ball, you must keep your stride under control. And remember, hips remain closed after the stride until the swing. The stride is the first motion toward the ball, and the proper placement of the lead foot will ensure proper motion throughout the hitting system, which is the focus of our next